2 days to go before Christmas. This morning I went to the deli that I sell my chocolate to, and they are one of the only 2 shops who buy from me and who sell my chocolate. I have decided most years to give the deli owner, regardless of whether they are paying me in time or not, and this particular deli has the unfortunate habit to take a long time generally, or rather half the time, delay in paying me. But anyway, this deli particularly has usually very nice stuff. They are nice stuff, and I think it's due to the delayed payment, but they seem to have been instructed to give me a discount when I order a drink, which I have done when I go into the market there. So last year I delayed giving her a present because I was too busy and I was working doing markets till the last minute before Christmas. This year, because I decided to stop the markets early, I also decided then, the last day before of trading for those persons, to bring a similar box of prunes for the deli owner who loved the prunes last year. But also I made the effort of making a few frogs that I wrapped in foil. There were 6 of them because I thought maybe there's only 6 stuff in there. Hopefully there's one for each. And also putting what flavors they were, which took a lot longer, of course, than if I had just gone and given just that one box to the deli owner who wouldn't really share them with the staff, as I understood. So I go into that town, park my car on the trading bay, and decide resolutely, with resolution and will, to walk to the deli and give them the gift. And because I had a short time, I had to be back home to serve customers who might be waiting or who are supposed to come today to buy chocolate. The whole thing was to be as fast as I could do it, but I said to myself, don't just be a rush of wind going in there all like that. Go in there, be calm, give them some time, if they give you time. Enough time to be peaceful and grounded, and then go out again. So I walked in the deli. There was a funny atmosphere, maybe, but I'm not sure I'm extremely sensitive, even though I said I was. One of the staff members, who usually is very pleasant and open with me and smiley and happy, this morning didn't even look at me as I went in. I didn't take it personally. I thought, what's going on? Are they a bit fed up? Are they all tired with Christmas coming? Have they had enough? What's going on? So I heard hello, Alex, from the owner, who was maybe 5 meters away from me, behind their counters of foods and stuff. And she said, how are you? And as she said, how are you? She said it while turning her back and walking away from where I was coming in. So I said, I'm well, thank you, and you. And because I noticed that she obviously didn't have time for me, even though she had noticed I was there, she was busy doing other things. So I thought, that's fine. I'm not going to be anything else than just be there and witness this. And so I waited patiently at the counter. There was a person or 2 inside already drinking something, and the young girl at the front, who usually is very pleasant with me, took ages. She was writing something down. Eventually she looked at me after maybe 3-4 seconds of me waiting, and she said, how are you? What can I do for you? So I had my bag on the counter. I took out a sachet in which I had the frogs, and I put it on the counter and said, this is for the staff. Happy Christmas. But I didn't say it with a smile, because I'll explain later. And then I said, what's in the bag there is for Sam. Happy Christmas, everyone. And I heard her say, she said, oh, that's very nice. In a quite a quiet way. It's very unlike her. That's why I think maybe they've had an argument or something's gone a bit wrong in there. And then I walked out. So, okay, so this is it. And then I went into another shop, again parked in the wrong place. The car was fine. Went in, and again, it wasn't the usual person who was very happy at me and very smiling and helpful. And because I was parked badly, I needed to be as quick as possible, but without rushing and doing wind. Calmly asked the lady at the till, where are those erasable pens with all the colours? And she said, it's over there, with a pilot stand. So I went there, and I said, where's the refills? She said, oh, it's all on the same stand, because I was in a rush, and I've been a bit, gritty-eyed. I hadn't seen them, because I've never bought those refills, so I didn't notice. I said, oh, thank you very much. So then I picked up quite a few pens, went to the till and asked. There was nobody there, so I waited for her to come back. And then I said, how do you unscrew those pens? Because I tried at home and I couldn't, to put a refill in. She said, oh, well, you obviously unscrew it. Looking like she was waiting for me to say, oh, all right then, and buy the items and go home. But I just stood there. And as she saw I was still standing there, she took a pen and actually looked at it. And she tried to unscrew it. She couldn't unscrew it. And eventually she managed to unscrew it from the middle, from the rubbery bits that you hold, and the harder bits that is the case for the thing. And I said to her, oh, thank you very much. I did not manage at home, which I think I hadn't actually said before. That's very helpful, thank you. And then I said, could I please pay for those if I could bother you with that? Because she looked like, again, someone who didn't want to give me any attention, which was fine with me, because I was fine with it today. So I paid. Click, the card, didn't bother with cash. Said, yes, I would like a receipt, please, because it's for my business. And then I walked out. I said goodbye and then walked out. And you know what? It's quite rare that I have this sort of strong behavior where I am not forcing myself to be the person that I think I should be because I should want to be that person. I'll explain. Most of my life, and I have talked again about this on video, I have forced myself due to trauma and being groomed into saying yes and hearing from my family, why are you pulling that face? Just smile and be nice. Alright then, I'll be nice. So I smile all the time, and every time I speak I smile because I can't do anything else but smile, so I show that I'm harmless. And I've got the hyena smile, which is actually very nice, and I'm very harmless. So all my life I have been smiling when I talk all the time to everybody, even to the people who, like in this morning at the deli, didn't pay me any fucking attention, and I don't really give a shit. So this morning I was present in the moment, and I did not force myself to smile. And this made me feel strong, because the reaction I was getting from these people, not anything to do personally with me, to do with them and their feelings towards each other in the shop at that time, was not conducive to me wanting to be all lovely and false. False because I would have gone in there in the past, or a month ago, or even a week ago, and been all nice, like trying to get their attention. Oh, hello, how are you? Oh, she's not looking at me. Oh, she mustn't like me today. And getting all this like fake behavior, which I have been, as I keep saying, groomed into doing, because this is what I should be doing, because I am the nice person who gets used by other people, who says yes all the time, and we've arrived. And this person is not the person that I should be, because I should be flexible. I should be, really, Alexandra, whom I am talking to, I should be the person who has strength. I should be, yes, I should be nice to people. And This morning I was polite. And to bring gifts for free when you're not expected to or not supposed to is a nice thing to do. Which is fine, because I had spare chocolates anyway, and even though she has been very late at paying and I've had to stand by her waiting for her to do the transfer for the last order, because I knew it would take a month and a half to 2 months for me to get paid, I still went in. But I stayed neutral. There's no need to oversmile. When people are not giving me attention or not being particularly welcoming, why should I make any effort in being welcoming? And you could say, oh, it's wrong because you should always bring joy to everywhere and be the ray of sunshine. But that is all right if you haven't been the person in your life who has been forcing themselves to have a false personality of over-smiling, being overly nice, saying yes to everything when you actually want to say no. I think for those people it is necessary sometimes to stand still, to be grounded, and to have the strength towards the people who actually do not deserve our attention. Because if I look back entering into the deli and watching the behaviors of the staff in there was that normal nice girl who's usually, I won't describe too much because I don't want to say where it is, who's normally very pleasant and all jolly, and it wasn't. And there was another young girl behind who was just doing things. She didn't really look because she was busy doing what she was doing. And then the deli owner was at the back of the deli, who recognized me and said, "Hello, how are you?" But then turning, as she said it, turning her back and walking away from me, showing me that she had no desire to speak to me at this minute, and what was I possibly doing in her shop, is what the impression I got. But if you asked her, she probably would think, oh, I was so busy this morning, I didn't have time to turn to look at Alex when she brought the gifts, and actually I felt a bit guilty and ashamed of myself for not giving her time when she wasn't coming to be served, she was coming to give a gift. So you see that sort of behavior, I think, because when people are extremely nice and I am in my strong, grounded place, I respond to them in a similar way to how they are responding to me. If I'm in a false place where I feel like this, like, you know, hello, I am very nice. Can you see I'm very nice? I'm smiling and I'm all nice. I'm nice. I'm a nice person. Yeah. But then I will, you know, because I'm nice, I'll be passively aggressive towards you because I can't really express my feelings. Ooh, a car full of people there, going hunting or something. Yeah. So that was very interesting. So I wanted to record this to say to myself, thank you for standing strong. Thank you for not over-smiling, and thank you as a result to behave with people and give them back what they're giving me, so they can actually have the mirror, but while being polite. Did the woman in the pen shop think anything of my interaction? I don't know. I'm not that interested. It's interesting. I think people in shops at this time of year on the 23rd of December must be pretty stressed because they've had possibly the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month of intense work of serving people, maybe getting complaints, getting impatience from people who weren't happy, you know, whatever's happened, or fought with their husbands, their wife or dog, or been pecked by the turkey who's aggressing them. Whatever's happened in their life, they are not at their best. So I do feel sorry for them. But at the same time, I was so proud of myself because I don't act like that. In fact, right now, I'm not forcing myself to be smiling on video. And this is something I have to learn. I do not need to force myself to smile. A smile should come from the heart. in reaction from someone, someone's energy, someone's welcome, someone's word, who is kind and warm to us. And if they aren't, and they need a smile to make themselves feel better, well, I might be able to give them one when I feel different, a true one, not a forced one. When I feel I have practiced enough with being grounded and responding to people's energy in the way they are responding to me. And not forcing myself to be a false person. Thank you for listening and for expressing this as well as I was able to express it. I might add, though it's not very interesting, I did go to Aldi afterwards, which I have not been in for months, and I thank life for allowing me to have enough produce on markets that I can buy, or local shops, without having to go to Aldi, because I hate the place. I used to really like it once upon a time because it was different. But I went in there, the car park was crowded, and I was a bit annoyed generally, people parking all over the place, not allowing for a tiny crappy space at the back to be got into, but I did manage. I was looking for organic coconut oil, which is very expensive in health food shops and other places, because their organic coconut oil, which I used to buy from there, used to be only like, was in £1.79 for 250 grams, something like that. And it was organic, and you know, it was extra cold virgin, whatever. So I went in there, and again I stood my ground. At some point, a man rushing down an aisle around a corner nearly bumped into me, not quite, and he grunted something. And normally at this contact I would say, oh, sorry, you know, to say something. But you know what? I just looked at him as he grunted, big grunted, something like that, and carried on walking. There's no need to say sorry, particularly to a person who's just grunting and not actually managing to say anything of value. And I didn't find the coconut oil, I didn't have any. So I was walking straight, and I felt I could be proud of myself for not forcing myself to be again into a forced grinning behavior like that. What was interesting as well, I did meet most people when I went in there was like really like rushed and stressed looking and grumpy looking. And I looked at a couple who came out. The woman had a smile on and the man looked jovial. And I thought, actually, it feels good to look at people who look happy. And then I came in the shop with a smile on my face, which soon vanished, as the place is just what it is. Goodbye.